Everyone wants a village, but no one's willing to be a villager.
The only way you're going to meet more people is if you put yourself out there.
Only good things happen when you push yourself out of your comfort zone. Hi everyone, welcome back to another mini episode of What I Wish I Knew Sooner. I'm Senna.
And I'm Serenity, and today we're going to be talking about community.
Woo! Yeah, we've been thinking a lot about community recently, and I do feel like it's been a big buzzword of 2026.
Yeah, I think if you're not building a community in today's generation, then I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. And I think I see a lot of people talking about how they crave community and they want more of a like a well-rounded friendship group, and they want kind of like a village. So yeah, I think it's really important.
That's a very common word, village. I keep seeing that everywhere on my social media, like, this is how to build a village.
Yeah. It's like everyone wants a village, but no one's willing to be a villager.
Yeah.
I see that a lot.
I think the reason why community is so important in today's generation is because every single day, day by day, AI is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that means everything is online, right? And we're craving that in-person connection from each other. And I actually listened to a podcast the other day. It was Gary Vee and someone else, and they were talking about how AR, the glasses, are going to eventually take over. And the people who are creating podcasts like us, that's what people are going to be watching. And it's going to be so hard to take it off because, like, being in person is going to be so weird.
Oh, because people are getting that connection virtually now. They don't need to connect in real life.
Yeah, but as in, like, because everyone is going to be so obsessed with just using technology, they're not seeing other people, that the people who are seeing each other in the outside world, it's going to be like, whoa, who's that? Like... Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's probably why it's so important now more than ever to build those communities before we get too sucked into the online virtual world.
Also, you want to build real connections. You want to make real friends and relate to people. Like when we go to events, when we surround ourselves with like-minded people, it makes such a difference.
It really does, yeah. I feel like community used to be something that was just ready-made for us. Obviously, at school we were kind of all together and we'd go through that kind of journey throughout all the years together, and then university you'd have a new community, and then once you'd finished and graduated, everyone kind of dispersed and went on their own journeys through life, and you were thrown into this world of, oh wow, I actually have to make an effort here and I have to build my own friendship group again.
A lot of people went into jobs because they liked the school aspect, the community aspect. So like, for example, I know a girl, she loved working as a team and being with people every single day. So she ended up becoming an art director on Netflix and these big TV productions because I guess it's a community feel. And you crave that. Like, look at us, we work from home.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. I think obviously COVID has probably had a huge effect on communities and your friendship groups because we made friends at work and you were with these people 5 days a week, and now you really have to make an effort because you can't build a connection as well through like Teams or, Slack and stuff, and going to the office 1 day a week.
No.
So yeah, you really have to put yourself out there more, don't you? You're good at that, though.
You're good at that now, too. The other day, Senna was like, we were looking at star signs, and she was like, one was magnetic, one was analytical, and I was like, you're magnetic. You put yourself out there.
I think I'm the analytical one, to be honest. I would love to be magnetic.
You are magnetic. It can feel like such a big thing trying to create a community, but if you use apps like Click or Circle, these apps that are made for meeting new people, you won't feel as afraid going into these situations or even creating your own event. Like, we want to set up events where we're even just going for a walk after work to meet people who are building on the side of their 9 to 5. Building community doesn't mean this big whole thing. It just means making an effort to, like,
there's so many opportunities to meet people nowadays, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, I have never seen so many more community groups being set up, like whether that's a run club, a book club, a coffee club. There's a group for everyone, so you can meet so many like-minded people. And yeah, school and university and workplace was great, but now you have the opportunity to meet people that have a very similar lifestyle to you and are creating the same things like you're creating and have, the same passions. So I think that's amazing. But I do think it is still a little bit scary going to those things alone, isn't it? Because I'm like on Click and stuff and I see all these amazing community groups and I'm still a little bit scared of going.
Are you? But you're so good. You went to the book club on your own. Look, it is scary, but then you do realise that other people who are there are also on their own.
Yeah. And only good things happen when you push yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, you don't grow if you're too scared to go after what you want. Will only grow and make new friends and make new opportunities if you just push yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, another thing. Do you know what I keep seeing online as well? About, because everyone is like busy now, we're all
Yeah.
adults, everyone's in relationships and settling down, and it's harder and harder to meet your friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I keep seeing a lot of social posts about catch up culture. Do you see those?
Yeah, I've seen that too, where they catch up in different ways, like doing admin together and stuff.
Yeah, because they're saying like, because you don't see your friends as regularly now, when you do see them, it's just this one big long catch up, and it's like, what's been going on in your life? What's been going on in your life? Like, you're not actually building connection there. You're not connecting over anything new. You're not establishing new memories and memory points. So yeah, admin nights, like day-to-day rituals that you can invite your friends along to.
Just normal things.
Yeah, like, do you want to go to Tesco?
Do you remember in like the 80s when someone would just knock on the
I
door?
don't, because we weren't alive.
We weren't alive, but I see it on TV. And like, or the 90s, we were in the 90s, and anyone would just come up to your door, knock on it, and then you'd just hang out. You'd do anything. You'd find anything to do. That's essentially the same thing, just hanging out and seeing what to do.
I really want that. And I think it's sad, because I was actually talking to my friend about this yesterday, about, the fact that I think everyone's so busy in their own lives now that we're all disconnected from our own group. We all envision this kind of like future where you all have your families and your families are hanging out together. But I think the only way to get to that future vision is to be building connection now. And I think, if you're like only seeing each other a couple of times a year and only texting once a month, it's just not going to happen. So we have a new community event for side hustlers. I don't know if not everyone likes that term anymore, but essentially the 5 to 9ers. We found that obviously there's a lot of networks now for founders and entrepreneurs, which is amazing, but not so much for people that still have their 9 to 5 job and aren't necessarily ready to quit yet, but are building something they're passionate about on the side, which we're obviously doing with the podcast. And then we're 9 to 5 digital marketers as well. And I think there's a lot of people like us out there that probably are looking for a similar community group that can like push them further and they can learn from and talk to and just kind of experience the same things and issues together.
Yeah. You hear so many people out there saying like, if you're working a 9 to 5, start building on the side, and then you never actually see who those people are. So we want to meet you. We want to get to know you. We want to see how you're coping with it. And we want to give you the advice that we kind of wish we knew sooner when we started out a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. And we were thinking of calling it the 5 p.m. club.
Yeah. It's just such a good name, the 5 p.m. club, because 5 to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, ironically, our first event is not at 5 p.m, it's at 11 a.m, but still.
It was the only slot they had. It's on a Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, the principle is still like, we're all 5 to 9ers. But yeah, we're really excited.
And you can find the event on Click if you do want to sign up. I think 30 people are coming to this event. There is a wait list in case people drop out as well.
And we'll be hosting way more as well. I think, Serenity, you mentioned earlier the importance of just like simple kind of events, even like walks in the park and stuff, I think are really good. We might just do some of those as well, but also, more kind of tailored networking sessions, Q&A sessions, maybe even a live podcast. But yeah, some picnics in the park, low-key stuff as well.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. And it's just, I guess, for people to feel like we're all belonging to the same group. And I think sometimes living in London, you can kind of feel a bit isolated. And then meeting people who are in the same position as you changes everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I feel like recently I keep seeing lots of companies and, small businesses and startups creating their own communities.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like big companies, small companies, they're all trying to build their community and get people together.
It really is all about in real life events. I think that is definitely the theme for 2026 and such a big thing in the marketing and business world at the moment to have that community. And a lot of podcasts do it as well.
They do, yeah. I think the reason why is because in the future, it's just going to get so much more like everyone is going to be online, and having those in-person relationships will make you feel so much more connected to other people.
Yeah, it's funny. I wonder why everyone suddenly feels a craving for it. I guess like everyone for so long got caught up in this social media craze, and you can have so many amazing online communities as well, but it's just not the same, is it?
Not at all. I feel like we all feel so disconnected from each other, where we're just not connecting on the level that we probably could be. Like, I'll know exactly what you've been up to, and people think that they've seen you.
Yeah, because you're watching someone's life,
Yeah.
but you're not actually part of their life, and sometimes you can think you are because you've seen it.
Exactly.
And like sometimes you'll actually forget to ask someone what they've been up to. I've had situations where, obviously, because we put out so much content with the podcast now, I think I was talking to my friend and she was like, "Oh, what were you up to this weekend?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, me and Serenity, we're doing this and that." And she was like, "Yeah, I actually know. I just felt like I had to ask. I already saw."
That's so
Like
funny.
people know everything about you now online, but it's just not the same.
But the thing is like, there's more to that, whatever happened. Although they may have seen what you've done,
True.
they don't know the details. And also, I guess that's the whole thing of 2010 to 2026 is building that parasocial relationship. We built it so bloody hard that now people want to unbuild it so it's not parasocial when it's in real life.
Yeah. That's good. Do
Okay.
you have any advice, putting you on the spot here,
Okay.
for people that want to make new friends? How can they put themselves out there when they're a bit scared to go out alone?
Good question. I think if you're someone who suffers from social anxiety, which I used to suffer from a lot, the only way you're going to enjoy life is to just go for it and put yourself in the situation, sign up to the event, go to the event, see if you liked it and you meet like-minded people. The only way you're going to meet your people is if you put yourself out there and go to different events, and then you'll finally meet your people and you won't have that anxiety
Yeah.
inside of you.
It really is that, isn't it? It's the same with like dating, I guess. You just kind of have to keep going and eventually you will find the
Yeah.
right person, but you're only going to get to that right person if you go past all of these like wrong people first.
Yeah.
You will eventually fit in. And I know we talk about this a lot on the podcast about following your intuition and what your gut says, but it's so true. Like you will feel comfortable around the right people for you.
And that feeling you're feeling inside is telling you something. So listen to yourself.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
when it's right or wrong.
I don't necessarily ever get scared of meeting new people in social environments. For me, it's always been more like, the more serious environments. I would probably get more anxiety going to like a networking event or a work event or a workshop. Or even like, starting a new job can be scary. But like I'm actually okay with social stuff. Like I've been on a mission this year. I don't know if I mentioned it on one of my other
I don't know.
episodes, but about like doing more solo traveling.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a few trips by myself this year, which has been really fun. And I go completely alone. I go to like a hostel by myself, and it's actually so good for building your confidence and just getting yourself out there and pushing yourself to make new friends. And I always do. Like, it always works out. I always enter a hostel and make friends straight away. So if you don't have anyone to go with or you feel like you want to make new people, I would just encourage yourself to do it because why not? Life
Does
is
it
short.
take long to make friends? Will you go into a hostel and then immediately make friends? Or is it like after a day you kind of like...
I find it's immediately. And again, maybe it links back to, being not like-minded people, because I don't want to use that again, but like being in the same situation when you've got something to bond over, when you're both solo traveling.
Yeah.
Because do you remember when we went to Thailand together?
Yeah.
So me and Serenity went to Thailand on like a group travel trip, but we kind of cheated the system in a way, if you think about it, because everyone else was traveling alone and they all like went to go meet new people, whereas we kind of went as friends, and I don't think that was probably the right way to do it. So they all bonded, and then we were kind of like in our own little
We
group.
literally were on our... But people loved hanging out with us, especially on that train.
Of course they did.
We were the fucking party on that train.
No, of course. But yeah, I think like when you're kind of both doing the same thing and you're both setting yourself the same challenge of going solo, then you're just going to come together. Community is so important these days because, like you mentioned earlier, we've all built this parasocial relationship with each other where we're used to watching our lives through the lens of social media and what we decide to put out there. And I think we've all come to terms with the fact that we're actually craving real life community and connection, because as we grow through adulthood, it gets harder and harder to maintain friendships and to make new friends. So I think we're all feeling this like real push, especially this year, to go out there and build a community and a village. And we're really lucky because we're living in a time now where there's so many groups popping up, whether it's like a business group or like through these apps like Click. There is something for everyone now, and
Yeah.
you should really just push yourself to go out there and find a new hobby or a passion and a new group that you can connect over with people.
Yeah, join our event.
Enjoy. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, and we hope that if you do have any questions that you can ask us, put them down in the comments. Great.
I'll see you next time.